Hello, everybody. Or the 3 people in the stream. What's up? I actually don't know how many people are in the stream right now. Probably about 3 of you, I would assume. I can't see the chat at the moment because I'm currently trying to plug in my controller for this ending that we're about to enjoy. And now I'll open the chat, see what's happening. Okay, let's have a look. .501st Clone. Hi there, can't stay. Just leaving a like. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Gabetron, you already finished it. Did you enjoy the ending, Gabetron? Was it up to your standards? Connor Kington, Leadle Lee. Hello. Official Bendu. Hello there. Welcome to the stream, Alec. Okay. Let's open that up. Just finished the game today, and the ending was great. It was great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. I have read some relatively negative things about the ending, and I've also read some relatively positive things. So, I'm curious to see how this goes. Well, we've got a lot to look forward to. Yes, this is the straight up ending from what I've read. We're literally about to see what happens at the conclusion of this game. So, all in. It's perfect. I hope they do DLC. I mean, even if the ending isn't to my taste, I hope they do DLC anyway. Some sort of expansion, because I want more of this game. All you've heard is positive, so... I mean, I have heard both. I've heard both. Corner Kingdom, I'm hyped to finally see what the ending is. I got it out eventually, there we go. Same, I'm curious. Omninex, welcome to the stream, nice to see you again, dude. The KOTOR moment was Merrin joining you. That was the KOTOR moment? Why is that a KOTOR moment? Well, because, I mean... I don't know. I wouldn't call that a KOTOR moment. And my controller's doing what it does best. Not working. Which is always helpful. Just have to wait until it decides to stop being a temperamental child. And to work. It's like I have to go in here to actually start it. What is this? .501st, okay, I can stay for a little longer to guide me. Thank you. The game kind of reminds me of KOTOR in a way when you walk around the ship and picking the planets. I mean, a tad, I guess. A little bit, maybe. Why does YouTube give you the ability to make the stream play faster? I don't know. I mean, obviously the stream is delayed a little bit for me. But I'm not sure. JJ Academy Gaming, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Is it worth it? In my opinion, yes. Yes, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely. It's one of the best Star Wars games ever made, in my opinion. It's not quite as good. It's the best Star Wars game, in my opinion, in terms of sheer gameplay and feel. But from a story perspective, it's okay. It's nothing spectacular. But in terms of sheer gameplay and enjoyment, it's one of the best games ever made. I would say this is probably my favorite Star Wars game ever made besides Knights of the Old Republic 2. That would be my praise of it. Can you fall to the dark side? No. This game isn't about the Sith and all that stuff, so there is no falling to the dark side, I'm afraid. Incoming threat. Oh, the Octobugno! My boy! Wait, I'm gonna get them involved. They're all going for the Octobugno. You don't have an Xbox One, and my computer's from 2012. Damn. So you can't get it yet. I'm sorry to hear that. I kind of want to bait the Octobugno over to them. Hey, boy! What are you doing? Poor lad. What a redemption for the Froggo, yes indeed. They try. That's some high praise. It is deserved.
I don't want to hurt you.
I mean, story-wise, it doesn't come anywhere near the Old Republic. No, it's the Old Republic. Anywhere near. But from sheer gameplay, it's one of the more enjoyable games that I've ever played.
Toss me one, BD.
But that is mainly due to the fact, and I want people to remember this, is that Dark Souls and Uncharted are some of my favourite games ever. So to make Star Wars Dark Souls / Uncharted is literally the perfect thing. So that might sway my decision, my choice. It's going to be a while before the end because he's on Grandmaster and he'll die a lot. What do you mean I'll die a lot? I'm OP. I'm not going to die a lot. Going to replay the story tomorrow on Jedi Grandmaster. Good luck. May the Force be with you.
Jedi spotted. I won't let you kill me.
I'm not getting a shot. Why not?
Before you
So have we got to get back to the Mantis? I assume so. There's still a lot of things on this planet I have not explored. The abandoned workshop. People got to this part on Jedi Knight and had to turn it down. Weakness. Simple weakness. How can you get double-bladed lightsaber? If you want to get double-bladed lightsaber, you need to go to Bogano, and there is a workshop, but you need some of the storyline upgrades. You need to play the storyline for a little while and get some BD upgrades, and then you can come back to Bogano and open this workshop.
Someone else get in here.
I'm not home at the moment, but I'm liking the lightsaber. Yeah, same. I'm really glad there was more lightsaber customization. You got past this level Jedi Knight. Is that where you played it on first? I mean, I should have played it on an easier difficulty, to be honest with you, because now the game does have no replayability for me. I've already mastered the game on the hardest difficulty, so I just wish there was New Game Plus or something. It's a shame there isn't. You can get it on Dathomir. I didn't know that. Apparently you can get it on Dathomir. I mean, surely the Empire just didn't leave the Mantis sitting there. What the fuck?
Here. I saw what happened between you and Trilla, what you both went through. I'm so sorry. I was arrogant, I was foolish. I could never understand what you went through. She has a holocron.
She has the holocron.
I don't know where she's taking it.
Let me guess. Zaffo? It's a maze to get
I'm
to it.
responsible for
I'm
the
not
path
sure.
that Trilla
I
is
didn't do
on.
the Dathomir lightsaber. I got it on Bogano.
And what she does next is the cost of all of my mistakes.
Our mistakes are in the past. And it's all of our responsibility, and it's about what we do next that's important. You taught me that, Seer.
You're right. I know where she's taking it. There's a fortress where they take Jedi, where the Inquisitors come from. It's a place of torture. It's the place I escaped. I just never thought I'd be going back there.
Where are we going?
You won't be going alone. You'll have a friend with you.
No. I'll have a Jedi with me.
Oh, yay. The Jedi. See, this is why I bring up the whole point about the characters in canon being disconnected from the Force. Because they're not disconnected, right? They say they've cut ties, but they haven't. Not like Mitra. This is why I think the whole cutting ties thing hasn't had any
By the
kind
right
of
of the Council, by the
similarities to the
will of
past.
the Force, Cal Kestis.
Casually knighting him a Jedi
Rise,
Knight with a
Jedi
red
Knight.
lightsaber. Nice.
You are ready.
Yes, give me that sweet, sweet
So are
Star
you.
Wars music. Oh, I love it. I'll choke from excitement. Fortress Inquisitorius.
Quiet. Too quiet.
Keep going, Cal Kestis.
See, it's a big
Not a fan of
disappointment.
nature, Grease?
It's a big
Only
disappointment
behind
you only
glass.
get her at the end of the game,
Otherwise,
right?
nature's not a fan of me.
She's an interesting character.
I need a second.
That's wasted. Okay. Here we go. No. That doesn't sound like Mustafar to me, Marvin. I thought it would be Mustafar as well, truth be told. But obviously not. Obviously they wanted a new planet. All in.
This Cordova guy is really putting some wear and tear on my ship.
He always wanted to explore the whole galaxy.
And did you?
Newell has a
We
blockade,
explored many
indeed it
planets.
does.
Tombs and temples
Am I the only
related
one?
to the Zepho and Jedi.
Thinks
But I
that
hit
Sarah
him.
looks like she has very
To him,
expressive
There
eyeballs.
was no limit.
The poor crazy old guy was left alone.
He was always alone, even when I was with him. He cared about his work and the future more than anything else. He didn't have the
Thought
time.
so as well when you finished
He
the
was
game.
always on the move.
It's a moon near
Ghana
Mustafar.
was the
You can
first
see
place I
Mustafar
ever
in the
saw
sky.
that looked like he settled.
That would
even
make
for a brief
sense that
moment.
it's not directly on Mustafar with Vader's castle.
We're
Kind
about
of
to
a
drop out of hyperspace. Sit down. This isn't good. With the defenses they got, our usual tricks just aren't gonna cut it.
I can help.
What are you thinking?
A ritual. It will hide the ship. I hope.
A ritual.
She has a knack for this kind of stuff.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on.
Chicken
Now,
liver
what is this gonna require?
pizza. Ugh.
A
Sounds
sacrifice.
horrible.
One of your arms will do nicely.
Wait, what?
Don't be so serious. Join me up front.
Five first learn. Do I know the ending? No, I don't. I know of one character that is in the ending because the game was spoiled for me, but generally no.
Sisters. Mother. Lend me your strength. Sisters. Mother. Lend me your strength.
See, this is what I mean. What is the point of studying
she's
the
doing this
Force
work.
when you can study
What do you
magic?
think the odds are?
And magic seems to be so much more potent and has so much more
My money's on you,
potential.
kid.
Let's go, buddy.
Once we're inside, I'll engage their defense level, and then sabotage their sensors so the Mantis can extract us. You find the holocron.
Shouldn't we stick together?
I feel the pull. The lives of every child on that list are at stake. Whatever happens in there and whatever you see, don't worry about me. Just get it and get out.
Get it and get out. Okay.
It's time.
It will be done. Because we need a story. Alexandra Antonenko. How are you doing, Alexandra? How's life treating you? I'm late today for 17 minutes. I know! Seems like a lot of people are late for this ending. How terrible. Only 10 viewers. Share it with everyone you know. I guess most people don't want to see the ending, to be fair. It makes sense. So, is this planet explorable? I would assume so. Like, every planet is explorable. Even Hillable is explorable. Look to the sky. Well, unfortunately, I can't quite see the sky at the moment. I'm a little bit wet. It's curious that none of these planets, especially Kashyyyk, hasn't had any life underwater. No fish. Look at that. I kind of just want to go up to see how far. Oh, there's a fish thing. Is it going to eat me if I go too high? Please. This is what I want to see. And there's another one over there. Yes. Okay, this is how high I can go, which is a bit sad. I'm liking the lava though. Defensive perimeter. I'm a bit sad that there was no Mustafa. This would have been cool if it was Mustafa instead of Noor, but... Which is a German word, right, Marvin? Noor? Only? I love how the fish just chilling near the lava, like there's some sort of super-powered fish that don't get hot. Ooh. Okay then.
Airlock 8 is clear. Listen to that water dripping.
When in the timeline is this game set?
I'd be running to the
Several
front
years
for every
after
couple
Avengers
minutes.
Sith, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, you hear me? Huh? What's that, sir? You daydreaming or something wrong with your equipment? All good, sir. We turned down our mics in here. The water can be distracting, sir. Guess that answers that. As you were.
The water can be distracting. I can't stay anymore. Okay, dude. Thanks for showing up regardless. I appreciate it.
What? Intruder! Sound the alarm. Your turn. Blast him. I see. Try dodging that.
Hey, BD.
His super-powered ability does no damage.
You have to deal with me now, Jedi.
Cal, you there?
Yeah. Good to hear your voice here.
I've located the holocron. Sending you the location now.
Got it. We're on the
Quite
move.
away. How are they this behind? Cal said in the beginning 5 years, did he? I knew it was a couple years after.
You got this, BD.
Hello there.
You will regret that. Careful, he's dangerous. I guess it's just me now.
I mean, he's gonna get hit by that, right? Everything looks so imperial. I mean, five years is a lot of time, I guess.
I'll get you. Someone else attack him! Watch out, he's deadly. I damaged him. In pursuit. Discipline. Hit him already. Advancing on the enemy. On him, now!
Buddy, help!
I don't know how much space to move.
He's got fast. This one has fight in him. Target damaged.
Help, BD!
Attack the enemy.
These are the most awkward ones to fight. These merged
Playing.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the amazing stormtrooper lines? Yeah. I mean, that is honestly something incredible about this game, is the way they portrayed the Empire. It is awesome. Another one with a stick.
Oh, now he's running.
Now I'm running, what, towards you?
All right, get him. Charge forward.
I'll just let them reheat and then...
Running again. You are weak. Die, Jedi. Coward. I'll watch you bleed. Can't fail. Weakling. You cannot escape. I will make you suffer.
This place is where the Empire created the Inquisitors. They tortured Seer and turned Trilla to the dark side. Let's tear it down, BD-1.
Intruder, seal the blast door.
But did he just kill himself? You guys heard that, right? He went, seal the black... Ah, okay. Hello, gentlemen.
The Jedi is here. Take me.
I just got bitch slapped.
Inferior Jedi. Mortality probable.
Had a heart
Still
attack.
resisting. Unwise.
Why is there a rope? Oh, okay. You had it. So... over to here. Had the sass before. Need to use force push. Yeah.
Whoa, see that, BD?
Wait, did we just blow it up from the inside?
Well, that did something. Let's check it out.
How? How could we possibly blow it up from the inside?
I've disabled the shields on the outer sections of the fortress. Flood the base and swim to the central keep.
Yes,
Hell of a
ma'am.
plan.
We'll meet up inside. Good luck.
Got it. Let's go, BD. That section looks pretty weak. Ready for a swim, BD? Hang on.
More swimming. I mean, we're not going outside, right? Probably water pressure or heat buildup, maybe. Maybe. go out this way? I guess so. Okay. Doesn't everything technically blow up from the inside? I guess. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Unless it's imploding. These poor guys. They didn't know what was coming.
Let me see.
Submerged sex in the database. Just push these stormtrooper bodies out of the way. Like a Jedi would do. Stormies drown fast, they do, yeah. But don't forget, they don't have rebreathers like us, so. They had families and kids. That's something I'd expect to hear from Natasha.
Things have gotten tough, huh?
I need so much XP to level up, it's ridiculous. So much.
Getting closer.
Hello, boys! Who wants to play first?
Can you get to him?
Can you come through the door? No?
He's so fast. Take him down.
Getting Chinese buffet tonight. Nice. I love myself a Chinese buffet. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Don't get caught. Take that.
So I can freeze the bullet.
We've almost got him.
A little help here? It's like the dojo at the Jedi Temple. Wrong. Corrupted.
I mean, surely... surely these guys would have heard that, their base is under attack. And they'd not be sparring with each other. I mean, that would be my assumption. Oh. Freeze the bullets, freeze him, and pull him in front of them. Yeah, I ran out of force though, sadly. Oh. My little boys are running. Where's he going?
Come on, buddy. Do your magic, BD.
Okay, these guys are probably going to be a problem, but we'll get them. Hey, lads.
You'll have to try harder.
That's one.
Are you shaking, Jedi?
And that's two. Maybe not quite as hard as they looked.
Thanks, BD.
Form up on me.
Okay.
Stay on you.
Oh, it's a flame trooper.
Attack him quickly.
Should probably take it.
Stormtrooper KIA.
Cause me problems.
He won't escape. Let's take him out. I'm after him. He's too fast for us. Okay, I'm done. I'm after him.
Like Vader, they are not trained against lava. Ooh! Some dirt savagery there. Just let the K2 droid punch him to death. Don't punch me, you shit.
Stim here, please. That hit the spot.
You want to see a lava tree?
Let's get him! I've got a shot. Someone got him.
Oh my fucking god!
Could be a trap.
Fortunate I got my. Oh my god! Did you see that fucking stormtrooper just get punched to oblivion? That was brilliant. Oh my god! He just got punched across like the entire map. Wow. Mad slaps. Honestly, that's insane. Let that droid deal with it.
Jedi is clever. Like damage. I will get through.
Hold up. That's a lot of damage.
Need to pick me up.
So where is that? Oh my god. More? What?
This is a Jedi? Are you ready, Jedi? That's it for you.
Stim!
I love how the K2
Time for
droid
some
is
fun.
doing the work. Is that it? Surely? Okay. Soul Spree, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Soul Spree? How's things going with you? Natasha Davenport, the one and only. Okay, people have to fill me in. Hello, by the way. How's life? People chatting. Look, I'm doing good. Chat's good. And yeah, it's all good. Thanks for asking, Natasha. How are you? How's your uni thing going? In terms of filling you in, we just got off of Bogano and gone to the Inquisitor's stronghold on the planet called Nur. So that's where we are right now. Dark Legend, that stormtrooper shooting himself with a missile. No, that was, by the way, welcome to the stream. That was me force pushing the missile back. It would be funny if he killed himself, but I did force push the missile back at him. James, how are you doing, James? How's things going? I haven't seen you for a while. Hey, Luke, I've been purposely avoiding these streams since I want to play this game myself, which I'll probably pick up after Christmas. I thought I'd hang around for a bit and take a look. Seems good. I mean, if you want to avoid the streams, I would avoid this one of all of them, James. As much as I want you to be a part of it, this is the end of the game, so if you want to avoid spoilers, then you might want to not watch further. But I appreciate you stopping by.
In the interrogation wing.
Find a way to him.
This is a shit ton of bullets. Damn. Why are my shots not reflecting back?
Going down. What's it feel to be hunted?
Okay, then.
Not bad. On you. Come on. You won't catch me. My guard is strong. You can't compete.
This fucking stormtrooper shooting me. Chill.
Going to beat you.
Okay. Chill, mate. Chill.
That's the last of them.
Cal, I'm
Game
near
is
your
just great. You
position, but
might
sealed
play
behind
here
a
next
blast
year. It's
door.
ace, and I've literally
Look
been
for a
watching
console
Shrek.
nearby.
I mean, that's good. I'm glad you've been enjoying yourself and being productive by watching Shrek. Use Form 3. Feels great, Stormtrooper. Alright, thanks for the warning. You're welcome, James. You're welcome.
Found it.
Ben Fitzpatrick, haven't seen you around here for a while. How you doing? Hi, look, I haven't played this yet. I mean, it's really good. I hope you enjoy it when you get the chance. Oh, look, here's the Jedi that supposedly cut herself off from the Force.
Impressive. How you holding up?
Don't worry about
Fatty,
that.
you're welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oh no, I'm too late. Hope I didn't miss much. You didn't miss too much, Fatty.
This prison is where they kept us.
You missed us go to the Inquisitor Temple.
Left to save.
And that was
Sorry
about
we
it.
had to come back here.
Here we are.
So am I.
You're just installing the game now. I hope you enjoy it, Ben.
Did we?
I understand. Let's keep moving.
Yes. Let's get this over with.
Any sign of Trilla?
Wait,
No.
Sir, Jedi, Red
Yeah.
Saber. I was right.
The
She's
holocron
evil.
is being kept in the
No, she
interrogation
she
chamber.
took Trilla's
The most secure
saber
place in this entire
and
fortress.
miraculously recovered herself
I'm
from the
opening the
Force,
path to the
reconnected to the
holocron.
Force, just like
Get to the holocron. I'll divert reinforcements
one
and join
Luke
you as soon as I
Skywalker in The
can.
Last Jedi. It would seem to me as if they're not actually cutting themselves off from the Force, and they're just saying that for the sake of it. Is Sarah outside? Yes, she is. She is.
Thanks, BD.
She's simply taken the second sister's lightsaber. Loving the purple lightsaber, by the way. Same. I like this color. I do like it indeed. Where are we going? Oh, down there. Bit of
Looks
lava.
like a turbo lift. Might be our ticket out of here.
Might be able to take it out of here, but obviously we have to do something to get it to work. Now that's ominous. Fortress Citadel. I like that. The lava. Oh, yes, please. The ominous sounds. The echoing. Something tells me there's gonna be a boss fight.
Getting close. BD1. Thanks for being my friend. Never seen anything like
You see it
this.
more as an odd blue.
Advanced, even for the Empire.
An odd blue? That's definitely violet. Definitely purple. Miriam, welcome to the stream. How you doing? How's life with you, Miriam?
Revan was power. It was like staring into the heart of the Force.
Omninex, cutting yourself off from the Force isn't what you think it is. It's a choice. I just don't like the way they call it cutting yourself off from the Force. Also, Tyler Dye, thank you for joining the community and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Then it shouldn't be called cutting yourself off from the Force. It should be simply not listening to the Force or stopped hearing the Force or something. Not cutting yourself off. I think cutting yourself off is a big, big word, or usage of words, that is too connected to a previous story. Cutting yourself off should mean something deep, not just, oh, I've decided not to listen to the Force anymore for a little while until I decide to listen to it again. Like, I think the wording is just wrong, personally. I'm good. I'm good, Miriam. Thank you for asking. I'm good. Just getting ready to end the game, pretty much, because we're practically at the end, from what I've heard. We're basically at the end of the game. Right at the conclusion of it. Right at the death. So, we're just going to enjoy this ending while it lasts. Appreciate the game for what it's been. You won't be able to use it. Wait. End? Yeah, this is the end of the game, Natasha. Did you not read the title? An airborne attack that allows Cal to push. While switching his lights up. We'll take the force push. Got an exam tomorrow about philosophy. You should be studying, Marvin. I appreciate it, Alec. Thank you. Okay. Time to rage at the boss 50 million times. No, I didn't read the freaking title because I'm freaking busy. Too busy to read titles. God damn it, Natasha. Uni or Star Wars, you need to
Broke them,
prioritize
beat them
things.
down, and turned them to the dark side.
Turned them to the dark side. Reading is hard, oh yeah, it's tough work. My boy is running, where you going?
Don't fall behind. Think you can handle this, Speedy?
Satan
Thanks,
has
bud.
no need for titles. Seems that way, doesn't it? And this is where they tortured poor Triller and poor Sarah. My heart. Mitra cut herself off the force, right? Yeah, completely. Disconnection. How's she got a lightsaber back? Or is it a new one? I assume it's a new one. Come on in, Triller. You got the same attack set as you had in the last battle? Gonna dive at me? Yep.
Suffer as I have.
Right here, bud.
Okay.
You'll pay dearly for that.
I'm really for what? I didn't do anything.
Stop moving. This is the end.
Why can't I have that ability? I want to be able to dive. So I need to completely
Throw a
jump
stim.
over that.
Another stim.
Okay, I get it. I like the way she fights. I like her style. Oh, there's a probe droid in here as well. Send that straight back to Triller. And that one. Maybe not that one.
BD, I need help.
So what, is the probe droid gonna shoot Triller up? Oh, she hit it down! What a bitch!
Stop moving.
Can't believe she's done this. Okay.
Jedi will never be victorious.
Seems a bit easy. I mean, I did get her down to what? Three quarters of her health? Whoever that is has got some skill. She does. I like her style. It's very nice. Baker! Welcome to the stream, Baker. How's things going with you? Give me back to my wife.
You'll pay dearly for that.
What are you gonna do, Triller?
Real agony.
I can't block any of these attacks. I couldn't even block that if I wanted to. I was on the ground.
Another stim.
Just like the rest of your kind.
Okay. Rest in peace, probe droid. I know, right, Fatty? Sad, sad days for that probe droid. Ah, Chris, thanks. I don't think I have the energy to watch the previous stream right now. The previous stream. What happened to my joint favourite girl, Marin? She alright? Yeah, she joined the... Did you not... I swear you were part of the stream when she joined the crew, Natasha. Mitch D, welcome to the stream. How you doing, Mitch? How's things going with you? I'm doing well, Baker. Thank you for asking.
Suffer as I have.
The thing is about parrying her attacks is really difficult because of this like glitch. I always forget what force ability it is when it's cool, but it's hard to
I need a
carry.
stim, BD.
Stop moving.
Me stop moving? That's a bit fucking rich. There we go.
You'll pay dearly for that.
See, I can't even get how. Why can
Buddy,
she do
help.
that literally on top of my head? Because I literally can't do anything about it.
They should have never believed in you.
I didn't see the previous stream. You didn't? No, you weren't there, Miriam. You were right at the end, weren't you, when we got to Ilum? Or was that before Dathomir? No, I don't think you were in the last stream. It's a shame. If this was a real story, that Jedi would have been dead after a few moves. How comes? Why do you think so? The lightsaber fights look really good. They are fun. The lightsaber combat is great fun. So I'm just gonna have to play like real safe. Just let her do her glitches. Just open the attacks there.
For that.
And then she'll do some. Didn't fancy. That's a new move, Triller.
I look forward to giving Sarah your head.
Stim, please.
Like, oh, she does look like a really good combat fighter. She's really good.
Over here. Stim.
I'm blocking. What? How can she hit me?
Jedi will never be victorious.
What try is this, like third or fourth now? You hope they make a Sith version of this game. I mean, it'd be cool, right? I would love a version of this game where you play as Triller. Like, that would be so cool. Or even like a DLC where you play as Triller before. It's like a prequel DLC. And you play as Triller as she gets taken over by the Inquisitors. Like, that would be DLC I'm happy to pay for. Because just look at the way this girl moves. Machine.
Hey, BD.
Real in agony. Just
She's
like
harder
the rest
than,
of your kind.
what's his name? The other dude. A lot harder. Fluid motion, unpredictability. She might be the best Disney Sith I've ever seen, a real version. I mean, are Inquisitors considered Sith? Marcus, is that his name?
You can't escape.
This isn't fair. Like, I'm right on top of her. That should only be done when she's far away.
You can't win. Try harder. I'm going to enjoy ending you.
So I can't even break that like Alex. She doesn't have the same block sort of system.
Hey, BD.
I can't take it down. Is she gonna do the dumb dive?
You're going to regret that.
can she do it? That's just dumb.
Now, BD.
Why can she do a force ability that literally fucking does my entire health bar? Literally on top of me that I can't get away from. That's just dumb in my opinion.
Buddy, help!
Like every next attack that she does is an unbreakable attack that instantly kills you.
Help me, BD.
It's ridiculous. What is this? Okay. Jesus. I don't think Inquisitors are considered Siths because of the rule of two. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I kind of thought. She would be a Sith Marauder. You got this. Oh my. I mean, she's tough. She's harder than Malakos simply because Malakos had that whole system where
You're going
you
to
could just break his defense. You can't break hers. Like she has too many attack plans.
Such poor aim.
Look,
You
she
won't
completely
be
fucks me.
standing much longer.
Her whole attack plan completely obliterates my block.
Right here, buddy.
She can block even when she's in. This is dumb. That's just stupid. Take that out, it's a fair. God.
Another. Here, buddy.
I can't use the force, it blocks it all. See? Doesn't matter what I do. See, look at that! She does an instant power attack into an attack that I can't block.
That won't change anything. Know your place.
You gonna do the dumb little dive thing? So hard she broke the stream, yeah.
Stop moving.
What was that? What? She keeps like pulling out new abilities I've never seen.
You will fall.
Hey, bud. Stim.
You'll pay dearly for that.
See, I was blocking. Why am I not? Did that just hit the side? Wait.
Real in agony.
Another step.
Another thing about Malakos that made it simpler is that he would be staggered if you hit him during animation. She's not staggering. And I can't get away from that shit. So that's an instant kill. Okay. Okay. Well then. Huh. I mean, we've got we've kind of got her pattern down a little bit. But she's pulling out things that I'm not seeing halfway through the fight.
You'll pay dearly for that.
See how quickly she regains her
They
her
should
block.
have never
So there is no
believed you.
block meter, so I cannot play this the same way I played Malagos. Like there's no riposting, which I think is a bit dumb. An average Jedi story, Cal isn't especially powerful or skilled. It's more fun to watch. You think so, the Hippogriff? You think?
So much fear.
So strong.
Suffer as I have.
I need something, buddy. Buddy, help!
Get back here.
Now, BD!
Jesus Christ. You believe in me, thank you. Starkiller, is Galen Merrick canon? Because he is in hell. He's not canon, sadly. They did want, they initially intended for Galen Merrick to be in Rebels. I mean, this girl's fighting style is probably the coolest fighting style I've ever seen in Star Wars. I love it. I mean, she's pissing me the hell off, but damn girl, you can move.
Right here, bud.
You'll pay dearly for that.
Like, the amount of times I'm blocking her attack, she's just hitting
Now.
through me like I don't exist.
Speedy, stim here.
Hello and goodbye, Tom. I'm staying far away. Oh. Woo! I mean, her lightsaber throwing is a bit weak, to be fair.
Such poor aim. Know your place.
Her lightsaber throwing is very.
Get back here. That won't change anything.
Oh, she got down there. Oh, hello?
Trillo,
What
I
is
saw what
this?
you've been through. You've experienced great suffering.
No, it would be good, right?
It's not too late to let it go.
Let go. I'm stronger now because of the pain. I knew you'd come back for this. No, thank you. You'll never make it out of this place alive!
That's the first time she's done that move in a while, so... What did she do? Did she just drop a flashbang? Slap round the face. Woo! Not gonna lie, I'm fucking nervous. She's so close.
Hey, bud, stim.
Nice throw, Triller. My heart is beating. Oh my god.
Get back here!
I play so defensively, this is ridiculous. You fucker! Oh. Forced flashbang.
That won't change.
No, no, no! Oh my god! She's playing so defensively, like we're both playing super defensive. I love it. Oh. This is just...
Pathetic.
Ah! I'm scared of you, Triller.
Please.
Oh my god.
Stay still.
No, 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 no. Oh. She's dead! She's fucking dead! Get fucked! Oh my god. As if the stream died there!
Cal!
I have the holocron.
I need to do this.
Oh.
It's over, Trilla.
Nothing is ever truly over.
This fight is over. I know the darkness that is eating you up inside, and every day we choose to either feed it or fight it.
It's too late, sir.
She's not the hardest boss.
It's not.
Hmm.
I know the choices that I made took all your choices away, and I have failed you, Trilla. I failed you. And I am so very sorry.
Let her be redeemed. Redeem her.
I've carried so much hate for you.
Is this the daddy himself? Is this my boy? Is he gonna kill her? That'd be really sad. Darth Vader looking like a PS3 boss.
That doesn't look good.
It isn't. It's him.
I'm loving the music. I'm loving the scene.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers!
Yes! But also no, because that's really sad. She just got fucking yeeted, my boy!
You would be wise to
Oh,
surrender.
Darth Vader proving why he's a beast.
Yeah. Probably.
You would be wise to. I'm not running, bitch!
Surrender.
Or what? Oh my god, yes, please. This is the Darth Vader I've always wanted to see. What the fuck? Look out! This is my boy Vader. I'm not turning around. Oh, do I die? If I don't run, I just get fucking destroyed. Okay. But I wanted to face him. I wanted to face the daddy himself. He doesn't even have a health bar, because Darth Vader doesn't need a health bar. It looks like we gotta run. Now this is the Darth Vader I've always wanted. Look at him, just absolutely
Turbo
fucking
lift.
obliterating
Let's go.
this place. Woo! I couldn't even turn around. He's killing his own guys, he don't give a fuck. Where is he? Is he still coming? He's not. He's kind of fucked himself there. You fucked yourself there, Vader, mate.
Let's get out of here.
Or is he going to appear all of a sudden in front of me?
Come on. Yee, stay back.
Tactical guide updated, Darth Vader. I want more! And I know I shouldn't. I want more Vader. Give me the sweet, sweet
I
Vader.
think we lost him. I'll make it.
I'm kind of glad that at the end,
I won't fail you.
I'm kind of glad at the end, Trilla had a
me? They're not responding.
moment of
They will.
redemption. I'm
I am
really
certain
glad.
of it.
Grease, I'm here.
I'm really kind of glad.
Heading towards the surface. Be ready. I have the holocron, but see her. She didn't make it, Grease.
Here?
The
Just
odds
get out
are
of there,
she's
Cal.
probably alive.
Keep moving.
Come back. Oh my boy! The music. No, if he kills BD. Cal and BD grouping up to give Darth Vader the hands.
Surrender the holocron.
I'll never give it to you.
We shall see.
This voice actor's quite good. Oh. Of course she weren't dead.
I won't let you take those children.
He's such a beast.
Such hatred. You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
She's stronger than that.
Yes.
No, no.
Into the dark side of the Force.
Yes. Strong with the dark side.
See her.
I can feel it inside of her.
See her. See her. Hey, listen to me. Still have a
Vader don't
choice.
give a fuck. Woo! Is that a ray shield or a force shield? What? defeated by water. His mortal enemy.
Hey. Hey.
I wanted more of
kid.
that. But that was sweet,
Cal.
man. That was
Cal.
good shit right there. Just seeing Darth Vader destroy that building like an absolute monster. Yes. That's my Vader.
You too.
You did it.
I'm sad that Trilla died though. But I'm glad she had a redemption moment at the end there.
We did.
A little bit of a redemption moment, even if it wasn't a big one.
They're out there.
Small.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Bit of love from Merrin. Ooh.
That was you in the water, wasn't it?
I'm glad you're okay. This one wouldn't leave your side.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey.
So now what?
Well, Captain, this is the end of my charter. Your contract has been fulfilled. Thank you, Grease.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking that maybe I would stick around here and take you wherever you gotta go. Besides, the kid kinda looks up to me.
What about that?
We use it to rebuild the Jedi Order.
The next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him, just like they're after us.
The lives of every child on that list will be forever changed.
Not by us.
I mean,
Their
this
destinies
makes
should be
sense.
trusted to the Force.
But this was so cliche. Come on, everyone knew this was going to happen. That is bad, I think. That is shit. That should have happened during the fight with Darth Vader, not at the end of the game when they're sitting on the ship. You play that whole game to get the holocron. As soon as you get it, he destroys it. There should have been some sort of climax to the destroying of the holocron. Come on. I literally... Did I not fucking say that would happen yesterday in the stream? I literally said he will destroy the holocron at the end of the game, but I didn't think it would be like that. Come on. What? Like, it should have been something cool, like a Kylo Ren and Rey moment where Vader and him are pulling on the holocron and it, like, rips it apart. That would have been so much better than just slicing it apart on the ship at the end of the game. I mean... But still, though, that whole Vader moment was... That was some hype shit right there. Like, seeing Vader just go absolutely apeshit. And destroying that building. Ripping apart walls. Oh. That's the Darth Vader I've always wanted to see. The Daddy D that I've been waiting for. You're gonna play this now, Ben? It's good. It's good stuff. I'm not gonna lie, that ending, aside from Vader, the ending was pretty weak. That, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, that feels kind of like they didn't know what to do. And they've written themselves into a hole where in the Star Wars universe they literally could not have that. You know? Like, that would make no sense to have, otherwise it makes Luke's creation of a new Jedi Order pointless. So they kind of had to write that holocron out of the story. But to write it out like that was just so poor. That's such a poor way to completely end what you're looking for. You spend a whole game looking for it to just get sliced in half by the main character on the safety of his ship at the end of the game. Like, it just feels rushed. It's like they put all their effort into the Darth Vader scene at the end, and then they were like, now what? And then one of the Respawn devs has just gone, let's just cut the holocron in half and end the story. There we go, perfect. So, and who knows how much knowledge that holocron held. Like, how important that would have been for the Jedi Order. Surely you would just take it and bury it somewhere. Literally, no one would know. You have a Night Sister on your ship that can completely cloak it. You'd take it to a planet that was completely unknown and just bury it in the middle of nowhere. Surely. You wouldn't bury it in some fancy temple. You wouldn't put it on some well-known planet. You take it to nowhere and just hide it. You wouldn't destroy it. Surely. So, I mean, exactly, I do agree with that. They should, in my opinion, it should have been a Rey and Kylo moment where they're both pulling on it and it splits apart. That's what should happen. And then when it's like split apart, Vader throws his lightsaber at Cal, and that's when Seiya jumps down and starts going all evil to save Cal. That's what should have happened there. And there's our boy Chris Avallone, lead writer of KOTOR 2, showing his face. Story consulter, huh? I mean, you can look at it as he saw Vader and realized he won't be able to train them. A pondering montage. I mean, you've got the whole thing of when he saw himself become an Inquisitor. After let's say he had a Force vision. Because you could say he had a Force vision, but it doesn't mean it was going to come true. Not every vision does come true. So, I don't know. I just felt that was a very... It's a very safe way to end it. Like, fair enough, if they needed... It makes sense that the holocron's got to be destroyed, right? It makes sense. It makes sense for the overarching story of the original trilogy. But to do it in such a safe way, I don't know. You could have even done it with Cal and Trilla having the fight, and the holocron gets destroyed in the fight, and that's when Vader comes down and he's like, "You fucked this up, Trilla. Like, this is why you fucked it. You just destroyed that holocron." And Vader's like, "No, I've had enough of your shit." Kills Trilla and then goes on a rampage. Like, there were so many positions in that ending where you could have placed the destruction of the holocron and it would have been more impactful than just at the end. And I don't know how professional writers and people who have lived and trained to tell stories think that that was the best way to tell it. Because even the most idiotic of people, or persons, could tell you that that was pretty safe. So, yeah, I know, I mean, it's a rough thing that could have been better. I think they just wrote the plot hole out. Maybe. It's not completely unexplained, and I get why he did it. It's just the execute. Yes, like I just mentioned, yeah. Go get a pizza to celebrate. If only I had money, Christopher. If only I had money to do so. Can't be affording pizzas in this day and age when they're costing 20 quid. You're still at a school parents-teachers meeting with your mother. Hope all goes well. Post-credits cutscene, huh? I mean, I can't imagine EA not taking advantage of the popularity that this game's getting and making expansions, making story DLC. I cannot see them making custom. Well, they might make customization DLC. Let's move my mic. Different lightsaber colors, maybe different customization options for Cal. But I I can't imagine them not wanting to make something extra. Like I said, something really would be good. In my opinion, something that would be great would if you could play as Trilla as she gets captured by the Inquisitors, and then you play through her training as an Inquisitor. That would be such an cool expansion. It doesn't have to be another game, just a small expansion. You've got all the setup there. You just need to create Trilla and her animation style from a gameplay perspective rather than a boss. How much money do you need? Pizzas in the UK are roughly £15 to £20, Marvin. They're not cheap. But fast forward to the cutscene. I mean, I don't want to skip it in case it skips the whole thing, so I'm just watching the credits. Some sequel setup has to be there. I've heard things about sequel setups. I saw something on Twitter about Raylo fans being happy with the Jedi Fallen Order, but I haven't seen anything about Raylo. So, let's buy Luke a pizza. Please do! If you want to buy me a pizza, I'll happily accept your offer. I'm having a pizza tomorrow night. Natasha, my heart. You best enjoy it. You've heard 2 is in development. I mean, I assume that the game that's coming out in 2022 would be a sequel to this. If Ragtag was completely cancelled last year, was it last year? And this one's just, I can only imagine they've gone straight onto the sequel. And then it's a 2.5 year, 3 year development process. Don't forget they've got so many of the assets already built into the game. They don't need to start from scratch, so the development time isn't as long. So I assume that's what the sequel will be. And then Battlefront 2 will be the gradual game that gets more content as the years go on. That's my assumption. They're being a hush-hush. You're not that rich. Neither am I, Marvin. Neither am I. Apparently so, Dominic. You're gonna pretend to eat pizza and then find other means? I mean, you're in London, right? Natasha? You can always just mail it to me, and I'll eat it for you. Marvin has donated €1. Wow, Marvin.
Revan was power. It was like staring into the heart of the Force.
There's your little prompt. Thank you, Marvin. I appreciate it. 100-cent Star Wars. The ultimate. Oh, Marvin. Marvin. I mean, a lot of work went into this game, damn. Star Wars Theory, skip the credits, you missed the end scene. And that's what people do. That's why I'm not doing it. That's why we're just sitting here chatting and enjoying the end credits together. It's a really good soundtrack. If there's one thing this game has got spot on, it's the music. Really, really damn good. He's a good man, Luke and Marvin are. Marvin is a good man indeed. And there was definitely KOTOR vibes I got from some parts of the soundtrack. Definitely some, especially on Kashyyyk. Definitely some segments. Still had €12 on your Google account. Thank you. How sweet of you. Some damn long credits. Are they ever going to end? Probably get myself demonetized for watching the credits. They'll probably find like a tiny little segment of Star Wars music that they can steal. Fatty, just watch the ending. I agree with you about the ending. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit. It was too safe for my liking. Way too safe. They could have done much more with that. Well, not even much more. I mean, the overall outcome could have been exactly the same. It's just the execution could have been much better. Much better. Ken Mullins, welcome to the stream. Meow what? Meow what? Hello? As if you'd make that much money with this anyway. Make some money, Marvin. Some. I mean, Disney decided to steal all my money from the scene with Order 66. Well, they didn't technically steal it. They kind of split it. I know what they're like. We'll take 80% and you'll have 20. It's like, okay, Disney. It should have happened in the fight between Vader and Cal. Yes, I agree. It should have been between Triller and Cal or Vader and Cal. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, it's like they were all hyped up to make this incredible Vader scene at the end, and then they were like, hang on a minute. We forgot about the holocron. Let's just have Cal slice it in half, and then we'll end the game. Some sort of, if I can't have it, no one can. The sense, well, it wasn't that. It was that he's seen the visions of the future from the Zepho, right? He's seen those visions of him failing, his students being killed, Ser being killed, and himself becoming an Inquisitor. Like, he's seen that eventuality. And he's seen what Vader is as well. He's seen what will happen if he doesn't train them, and if Vader gets his hands on them. Like, because that's the first time he has seen Darth Vader, and he clearly was in awe. And he's like, I can't let him have this. So it makes sense from a certain degree there. But still. It's still a bit weak. Still credits rolling, yes. Yep. Some long ass credits. Waiting for some end credit scene apparently. But I was hoping there would be like a little bit of a moment between Cal and Triller at the end, and Sarah, all three of them. A little bit of a like. I like how she says "avenge us." In her heart, she's still a Jedi, right? She's done these wrong things, but in her heart, she's still a Jedi at heart. I mean, they had to, right? He's in the game. He had to get a credit. Wouldn't it have been completely safe if he just didn't go on that adventure? Probably. Yeah. But then he was always gonna get caught in the end because he used the Force, didn't he? And that caught the attention of Triller. So he used the Force to save his friend. Oh. So it was a Force shield that Sarah used. I think so, I assume so. It looked like a Force shield. Could be wrong. But I assume so, yeah. The Lucasfilm Story Group. 17 minutes. Is that how long the credits have been? Holy shit. If there isn't an end scene, I'm gonna actually slap whoever told me there was. But I still do I think a game with that combat, maybe a few more force abilities like choke and lightning and stuff like that, would make an incredible like Sith version. I would be 100% down for that instead of a sequel. Like as I mentioned earlier, like the idea of an add-on or an expansion where you play as Triller. I would happily have a game where you play as Triller and you're hunting down the Jedi. That would be good shit. Jesus, how many people need to work on this game? Oh. I don't know what to do now, though. It's like one of those moments where you don't know what to do with your life after. What do I do? Do I just play it again? It's definitely not a game with replayability. I think if you played it on an easy difficulty, maybe. But I've got no reason to come back to it. Maybe aside from finding all the small things and 100%ing it, there is no reason to play it again. Unless I just want to experience the game again. So if any of you are planning to get the game and want to play it on hardest difficulty, I would recommend playing it on an easy difficulty first. And then coming back on a harder difficulty so you have a broader experience and an opportunity to play the game more than once. Very special thanks to George Lucas. They defo went to him. I wouldn't be surprised. They often, most of the sequel trilogy movies, they went to George Lucas for advice. It's the same with the shows, the spin-offs. It wouldn't surprise me if they went to him for the game. Especially something in his kind of area of expertise that it's not the sequel trilogy. Yeah, you got to get copyright laws in there, Marvin. There definitely should have been a New Game Plus, though, right? To go back with all of your powers, all of your abilities. Like, obviously there would be some issues because the abilities are unlocked throughout the game. But still, it's disappointing there's no New Game Plus. There'll be a mod, probably. I hope they kind of do a Spider-Man and release it like in a month. A New Game Plus mode. They did that for Spider-Man PS4. If there's not an end credit screen, I'm going to scream. Congrats on completing it on Grandmaster. Thank you, Sir Akintalan. Thank you very much. I've watched other people who struggled on Jedi Knight mode. Really? You've got head... There isn't one! You lied to me! The absolute lies. I cannot believe you have done this. Fucking hell. I hate whoever you are. Don't know who told me, but I don't like you anymore. Absolute betrayal. "20 minutes of my life wasted." Why does that look like a Halo ring? I'm not sure. You've returned. to your story before the fortress. Fortress is not replayable, but keep exploring. Okay. So this doesn't even happen after the fortress mission. I'm just roaming about before the game ends. Okay. Okay. Do I have Borderlands 3? Yes, I do. I have Borderlands 3. So I thought I'd show you guys here, the 17 of you in the chat. Shown Marvin. But,
Where do you consider home?
Me? Well, right now, the Manus.
Ilum
Ever
is
since I picked this ship
confirmed
up,
to be
it's been my
Starkiller
only
base.
home.
And before that?
Which is a little bit sad,
Got a lot of
I
questions,
guess.
It was
don't
like
you?
staring
Some
into
degree.
the heart
I
of
come
the
from the
Force.
planet Lateron. It's comfortable, small, mostly known for its delicious spices. At least it
Fatty
was till the
donated
Empire took
$5.
over.
Thank you, Fatty.
It's changed ever since the wars.
Thank you so much again.
Not too different from Dothamir.
Let me just quickly
I lost my sisters
skip
to
my
war.
thing back to
Where is your family?
Well, I never really had much of
Thank
a
you so
family
much,
except
I
my
really appreciate the
great-grandma.
channel support.
But it's fine. Family's a bit overrated.
I do not believe that.
No? Obligations, guilt, presents. It's a lot of pressure.
So yes,
Yet you surround
this
yourself
planet
with
is
a crew.
Starkiller base, and they
What?
prove it in this
Whoa,
game
oh,
with
hey,
one cutscene,
that's a different deck of
which
cards.
I'm about to show you.
All right, kids, sit down. We're here.
Just scrolling back to your question, Patrick. Give me a second. And there you go, Starkiller base, everyone. Ilum officially confirmed to be Starkiller base. I'm not 100% sure what I think of that, but it is what it is, right? Fatty said no end credit scene, but more money. It makes me feel a little bit better that I waited all that time. $5. Thank you so much, Fatty. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting. The Shattered Link. I mean, I don't have anything else to do. I mean, I need one chest here, which I didn't find. Congrats on finishing the game. Thank you. I mean, truthfully, I don't think it's the most difficult game. I don't understand why people are struggling so hard on Jedi Knight difficulty and stuff like that. Like, it's not that hard. Like, it's tough. It has its moments. Like, Malakos was difficult to some degree. I would say that Triller was hard for a small moment. Simply down to the fact of how fast she was. But in the end, I mean, it wasn't that hard on Grandmaster. I still say fucking Ogdo Bogdo was the hardest boss in the game, the frog at the beginning. He was still the toughest. They really throw you in the deep end with Ogdo Bogdo. Saw a post about it, but you didn't think it was. Yeah, it's basically confirmed with that cutscene. Vlad, how you doing, Vlad? Nice to see you. How you been doing? Haven't seen you in streams for a while. How's life for treating you? So close to having 0 dislikes. You were too good for them. Did I have 0 dislikes, or do I have 1? 22 likes. If you haven't yet, guys, please hit the like button and support the stream. It helps me out a great deal while I search for this chest.
The great
Hey,
Jedi
Miles.
meditated here. He returned at points throughout his life to contemplate his many adventures and trials.
What about the chest in that one hole? I did get it in the end, Baker. Got it. Is there a new game plus? No, there's not. There is not a new game plus, which is a shame. planning on taking me to see what LGBT girls in Germany do for fun. I hope you enjoy yourself. I'm good, Luke. I plan on getting this game, but I'm waiting for it to be on a winter sale so you can get it cheaper. If you go on CD Keys, lads, you can get it for around £35. Or whatever that is in your currency. I mean, I pretty much 100% at this place, right?
We have training for a reason.
96% explored.
For a reason too.
I mean, what more can be explored?
Ah, an intruder! Copy that. I'm after him. Should I hit? Strike him
Playing
quickly.
Tomb Raider earlier. I mean, yeah, Tomb Raider, the new one, is very much similar to Uncharted. That's why I love it. It's great fun. Technomancer is a good game. I've heard of it. I mean, there's not much we can do, right? We can just kind of... We can roam about and explore, but we can't really do anything. Not really. Planning on changing your surname, Natasha? What, from Davenport to Walsh? So I need to get further in. I need to get into the Crystal Caves. Into the Crystal Caves. Okay. I mean, there's no Stormies here anymore. Nod set. I mean, that's that. Geodes, isn't that a fucking Pokemon? Geodude. Changing it to Satan, Natasha. Do I recommend this game? I really do, Vlad. I think I said this earlier in the stream and I stand by it. In terms of, in my opinion, now this is my opinion because I'm a massive Souls fan. I'm a massive fan of Souls and Bloodborne. Bloodborne is one of my favourite games of all time. And I'm also a massive Uncharted fan. I think Uncharted 4 is one of the best games I've ever made. And this is literally a combination of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Uncharted. So this would be the perfect game for me, considering. And with that said, I can say that this is the best Star Wars game ever made from a gameplay perspective. I don't think you'll have fun with a Star Wars game more than this. This is, in my opinion, my favourite Star Wars game I've ever played from a gameplay perspective and enjoying it from a gameplay perspective. From a story perspective, it has its moments. There are moments in this story where it is really, really good, but there's also a lot of weakness to it as well. There's a lot of areas where it could have been much better. So if you want a really, really fucking good Star Wars game, I highly recommend it. If you're coming expecting a KOTOR 2 level story, you're not going to get that. But the story's good. It's got its moments, its own moments.
I need help, bud.
But it's not groundbreaking. It's not a masterpiece.
Unessential.
Oh shit. Can I not?
Attack him
So we're slowly slipping down?
Don't slip up now.
Oh my god, the stormtrooper timing! As he slips off the edge, don't slip off now. That was great. That was perfect. Sensing a troll is among us. A troll? What does the databank about Darth Vader say? Let's have a look. Professor Mary, Tarful, Mariana, Choice. Empire? Empire Tech, Fortress Inquisitoris. I'm not sure where Daddy D would be. To be honest, KOTOR's storyline is too damn good. Exactly, KOTOR's storyline is very unique. And it's hard to beat. That's for sure. I don't know where Vader would be. Am I missing? EA is good with having great graphics games and gameplay, but the overpricing and lack of interest over the story bothers me. I mean, it's not a lack of interest. They've done what they can with the story. I think it's good, and it's good for what it is. But it's not like, I'm not saying it's a bad story. I'm saying it's not a masterpiece level story, right? Like, I'm always going to compare stories of games to something like KOTOR 2 because KOTOR 2 is incredible from a story perspective. It's simply, it is a masterpiece, KOTOR 2. And so that's kind of it's always the level, the line that needs to be, the bar needs to be raised above KOTOR 2. And it doesn't do that. But its story is good enough to hold its own. I think that's what I can say. Like I said, like the ending with Darth Vader, like that shit is good. Really damn good. Like the way they pulled that off and the way they show Vader this absolute monster. Like that's good stuff. The stuff between Cal and Trilla and showing Trilla's past and what they've been through, like that's good stuff. When Cal looks into his past and has I don't know, like attacks, panic attacks from his past, things like that, that's good stuff. Haunted by his demons, haunted by what's happened. There are moments in this game that are really special. And you're like, damn, this is good stuff. And there's some incredible, like Trilla's combat design, like the way she fights is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Like she's the most interesting character from a combat perspective I've ever seen in Star Wars. Like her fighting style's ridiculous and it's awesome. And there are moments of just like, this is so good, but then it's bogged down by moments of exposition and pointless rubbish, you know? Like going to Kashyyyk and helping the rebels free the slaves, like that was it. And then you get to the top of the tree and then you fight the Ninth Sister and then that's it. Like that, it was bogged down by filler, essentially. They had to fill the story out. Not everything was important. Which is, you know, it happens in stories. It's necessary for a game especially. But the big moments of shock and awe were too far and few between. So, yeah. She has the same surname as a deceased drag queen, really? No game will do that, not a game made by EA or produced by Disney. That absolute trash. Vader in the ending was so good, it really showed. Yeah, it did. It was so cool. The height of stupidity. He killed the hope of our generation. Who? Who killed the hope of what? Shoot, I missed it all. I mean, don't forget you can rewatch. You can rewatch after Flutist, but I appreciate you showing up. We need to find her soul and an artifact to resurrect her with Trilla. Yes. I love Trilla. Trilla was so good. But there wasn't enough of Trilla. There needed to be more. There needed to be so much more. I cannot find. I'm looking, Fatty, but I can't find Vader's segment on here. It's not coming up. The second sister Vader? No. Merrin, the Wanderer, Jarrow, other? No. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. We can do this.
So I need to explore around this area a bit more. It's a shame they don't show you exactly where things are.
Did you see that too? Enemy approaching.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Sarah.
Probably not good.
I mean, again, there were moments when she was turning to the dark side and she was showing
Charge
that,
forward. I think I can catch him.
that suffering from her past.
Tracking target. Won't survive much longer.
But generally, I don't think she's the best character I've ever seen. She could have been stronger. She wasn't the worst. That's for sure. Like, there, I don't, apart from Triller, truth be told, apart from Triller, I don't think there was a standout character. Which is a shame. Like, Cal, he's okay. He's not a bad character by any means, but he's not standout. Grease, I mean, again, not enough. Merrin, she could have been. Merrin could have been a standout character, but she did not have enough. You recruit her too close to the end of the game for her to really develop. And then Triller as well. Like, Triller, the good thing about Triller is she didn't have as much screen time as she deserved, but she was a good character. So the only real character you could say was a standout, in my opinion, is Triller. The rest are really quite average. He's mediocre. Cal, he's okay. That's as much as I could put it, really. He's okay. Like, I remember watching Star Wars Explains, like, reviews kind of thing on this game, and he was saying like how amazing the characters are, and I don't really understand why he feels that way. The characters aren't that strong. The only character that is Triller. But I mean, each to their own. I mean, I don't know where to go. Nor do I know how to get through there. It's blocked. And I've explored 60%. 60? But I can't get through there. That's impossible. About time we had a really good female Sith-like character in canon. I mean, if they develop Triller further, this is what I've been saying in the stream. If they make a game, or they make something for Triller, I think she could become one of the best female characters. But she needs more. She needed more. There wasn't enough. She has the potential, right? She has. With the story. I think a lot of this game is potential wasted, story-wise. They had the Zepho, basically an ancient race that kind of resembled the Rakata. They didn't really do enough with them. They had Triller. They had Cal and Seer, fallen Jedi. Well, Seer was kind of a fallen Jedi to some degree. Could have done more with her, but they didn't. They should have done more with Seer and Triller. Their relationship should have been delved into more. It was just, there was a lot of missed opportunities story-wise, but I think in terms of gameplay, they've made the perfect game. In my opinion, because this is the game I kind of enjoy. They felt the game could go longer for what it was. Possibly. I mean, I said before that 20 hours was a good length, and it is a good, like, let's be honest, a 20-hour game is a game that has a lot of content. You can't fault them for making a game, a good game with good length. Like, it's a lot of content here, and that can't be denied. But maybe, I would have preferred maybe a couple more rounds. But that might just be me being greedy. This isn't even 20 hours though, it's more like 12. I mean, if you sit down and you do absolutely nothing but play the story, then yeah, it's a 12-hour game. But it's like saying, well, I mean, if you did absolutely nothing on KOTOR, it's a shorter game, right? If you just went through the story and did nothing, it's a much shorter game. So you've got to take into account the game as well as the story. And the game is around 20 hours long. Well, that's what I'm thinking, Marvin. There's something there, apparently, but I can't go in there. It says it's blocked. But there's nothing there. So I'm really confused. Like, am I supposed to climb something? Like, what is going on? Expansion zone is possible. But then I only have 60% of this area explored. So I really have no clue. I could go back and have a look. What have I missed here? There's nothing else here. Unless BD's got to like scan some bits, which is possible. I checked the length of the KOTOR games, they're about 50 hours each.
Revan was power. It was like staring into the heart of the Force.
Again, that's if you skip through it. Sorry, that's if you play all the side quests and things like that. Pablo, thank you very much for joining the community. I really appreciate the subscription, dude. 50 hours is if you play all the side quests and you listen to every little piece of dialogue without skipping anything. You know, if you play the game from beginning to end just by doing the story, you ignore all the side quests, you run through it at Force speed, you skip all the dialogue, you don't have as long as a game as you think it is. This game is around 20 hours in full. I would say this game is around 20 to 30 hours in full if you want to do every single thing. That's all the exploration and stuff like that. I've put 20 hours into the game. Maybe a bit more, maybe 22 on hardest difficulty. And granted, like, other people will struggle with the game because it's not easy. But it's definitely between 20 to 30 hours of gameplay for a seasoned gamer that is used to these kinds of titles. But you've got to remember also, Flutus, the quality between the two. Right? One area in Knights of the Old Republic 2, let's say one tiny little segment of that game, like the Korriban, let's say the Korriban Academy. The Korriban Academy was ridiculously easy to make compared to one tiny little part of the Darth Vader scene at the end of this game was probably harder to make than, and probably had more of a budget than half of Knights of the Old Republic 2. You have to think about that, the quality difference between the games. You can't have a game as long as Knights of the Old Republic 2 with a quality like this unless they've got a ridiculously high budget and a ridiculously lenient publisher. So you got to take that into account as well. This is why when people say, oh, you look at Battlefront 2, the original, and how much content it's got compared to the new ones. Don't forget, Battlefront 2, the original, that entire game was probably easier to develop than, say, 2 maps on Battlefront 2, the newer one. You have to take into account the technology difference and the cost difference, the budget differences, things like that. Like, this needs to be taken into account. So considering the quality of this game, which is, just to say, of the highest quality, the music, the visuals, the ambience, everything they've done is to make this game feel and look as much like Star Wars as it possibly can be. They've done an exemplary job of doing so. So they've spared no expense in their work. A DLC, I mean, there could be one. There could be one. I just think EA didn't announce DLC beforehand because of all the debacle around Battlefront and it's DLC. So I'm assuming that they'll announce it at some point in the future. Is this what I've got to... What have I got to do here? I'm so fucking confused. Like, there's nothing here yet. I've got 60% to search. I'm so baffled. Does somebody want to Google for me quickly how to open this door? And where to go? Because I don't find shit. There's nothing here. There's nowhere else to go. They should have put Wampas in the game. Well, I mean, they're not on Hoth, so... I don't think it's established that Wampas come from Ilum. What would I like to see in terms of gaming for Star Wars? I would like to see more of an expansion. I think it's sad that Disney have limited Star Wars gaming to one publisher. And no matter how good EA are or how bad EA are limited. They can't publish 5 Star Wars games in the space of 2 or 3 years. They can't do it. They have one team that are publishing one big Star Wars game every 3 years. And I think it's very, very limited. The license needs to be shared. It shouldn't be sold to one publisher. Developers and publishers should be able to pitch ideas to Disney about Star Wars games they want to make. And that's how it should... that's how they should go about it. I mean, there's like, I would love a racing game, like just like an old game like Pod Racer, or Racer Revenge, or something like that, like a proper old one. I'd love to see a game like that, like a Pod Racer racing game, but with Unreal graphics. That'd be incredible. I'd love to see a game like Rogue Squadron. If you ever played that game on the PC or N64 or the GameCube. Made by Criterion, the same guys that made Starfighter Assault and Battlefront, which was awesome, by the way, but just really limited. I'd love to see a game built around that. I think there's so much to do with the gaming sector of Star Wars, and Disney have really, really limited themselves, which is it's a shame. It's a shame. You have to back to the locked door, and then enter the other door. And you have to climb the wall with the rope. Are we down here? So now, I mean, yes. Exactly, Mary. Oh, right, I see. Yeah. We're going to wait until 2022 for the next Star Wars game. That's 3 years for the next Star Wars game. If it wasn't just EA publishing it, we'd be having one next year. We might be having 2 next year. You know, you might get something like Racer, something small. You don't need to make a big budget Star Wars game every single year.
They can't all be 10. Can they?
Just make smaller games, make smaller, more independent titles. You don't need to make this every year with different developers.
Nice job.
There's so much. This is why the golden era of Star Wars gaming, in between 04, 07. When they made Lego Star Wars, they made KOTOR, they made Battlefront, they made Kenobi, they made Bounty Hunter, they made Jedi Knight Academy, they made Republic Commando, they made... What else did they make? Like Starfighter, and like they made so many games. And sure, 1 or 2 of them are absolute dog shit, but that's expected. But then you have masterpieces that come from like KOTOR 2. An absolute masterpiece. Battlefront 2, one of the most beloved Star Wars games ever made. The original Lego Star Wars game. Like, we're never gonna get that sort of experience again unless Disney aren't so fucking tight with the games. Unless they're like, you need to have a bit of leeway. Like even things like, even during like the bad era of Star Wars games, like the Clone Wars and stuff like that, you still had one standout with The Force Unleashed, the first one. The second one was absolute shit, but the first one. So, I don't know. Also, thanks for the help, Fatty. I appreciate that. And Natasha as well. Thank you. Okay, got to spend some time with my pug. Good luck finding things. May the Swartz be with you. Thank you. Space Force reference. Yeah. Soulspree, you're off. I appreciate you watching the stream. Soulspree, have a great night. And I need to search for something else here. Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, the game that introduced you to Star Wars. Really? The Complete Saga. Damn. I mean, that will obviously be another game that I'll end up streaming probably, will be the Lego Skywalker Saga. So it's Disney, you said, that's limiting it to EA. Yes, it's Disney. Disney have a very, very, very big issue with the gaming sector, despite the money that it can make. Like, completely shut down their own interactive team, their own gaming team. They're not making anything anymore. Completely destroyed it. And then they just licensed all their stuff out. But it's a limit. It's really limiting Star Wars gaming. You're born in 2002? That's fair enough. Huh. I mean, I don't know what else is here. I've explored this whole area. Nope. I'm sleepy now. Need to sleep. Good night, chat and Luke. Maybe see you tomorrow. If not, rip. I have to try and eat pizza. Enjoy eating pizza, Natasha. Enjoy every bite of that pizza. And again, good luck with your uni. I probably won't be streaming again this week. I'll probably be taking a break. A proper break, because I don't know what I'm going to be streaming next, right? Unless I just stream Fallen Order, stream me exploring the rest of the game, I don't know. But I'll have to figure that one out. I hope they publish the soundtrack, so do I. The soundtrack's really good. As I said a little earlier in the stream, like, something they got almost perfect was the music in this game. So good. Where else have I got to explore? I've literally explored everywhere. I don't understand. Where else do you want me to go? Striking Talon, what's the first Star Wars game you played, Luke? And which is your favourite? I honestly do not remember this first Star Wars game I ever played. My dad used to have loads of them on PC. Used to have Episode 1, Dark Forces, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, stuff like that. Galactic Battlegrounds. I can't remember which was the first one I played. One of my favourite ones as a child was Rogue Squadron. So, but my favourite is KOTOR 2. Simply because the story is just incredible. Where do I go? What do I look for? 96% score. But from a gameplay perspective, this is my favourite Star Wars game. Stream Borderlands 3. I mean, it wouldn't kind of be relevant on the Star Wars channel. And my PC has so many problems with Borderlands 3, I don't know why. And I also lost my entire fucking game on Borderlands 3. 60-hour game I put into 60 hours I put into Borderlands and I lost it. I just deleted it and corrupted it. Most people say KOTOR 2. Yeah, they do. But it's not hard to see why.
BD, help please.
I still think KOTOR 2 stories it's still a masterpiece, even the vanilla one. I don't think you need the restored content mod to appreciate it. As long as this channel is called 100% Star Wars, it will be 100% Star Wars. Apart from that little bit of League that I played the other day with Verena. The other week. I mean, I'm open to playing other games. This is the thing. I'm open to playing other games. Because eventually Star Wars games are going to dry out. But it really depends on what. Should I do it? Should I change my name to 90% Star Wars just so I can play other games? Never played KOTOR 2 with the restored content mod, so always felt it was unfinished. Story is amazing. I love it. KOTOR 1. See, I just think KOTOR 2 is better in every way. I think the gameplay's better, story's better, customization's better. Some Battlefront or other stuff with viewers would be great. Yes. I mean, that's something I would like to do, is play Battlefront with you guys. I played Battlefront with Matt, Star Wars Battlefront Historian, Imperial Historian. You should go check out his channel, by the way. He makes some really, really unique content from an Imperial... hello? From a unique Imperial point of view. So you should go check him out. I played Battlefront with him a couple of weeks ago. And I would be able... Oh, sorry, would be interested in doing that again. Most of my life I've had criticisms of the core components of Star Wars and then run into a character that says she hates the Force. Yeah. She's utterly unique. Utterly, even now. She's still unique. Society, I don't recognize your name. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you for the first time. How you doing? Look at that glitching, I know, right? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up! You sneaky bastard. I've found you. Thank you, thank you. You're very welcome.
A youngling dropped this during your test. She was so scared of failing. Brings back some memories.
It's good to hear, Society. It's good to hear. Which Battlefront? I mean, both of them. Both of them would be cool. I would like to stream KOTOR 1 at some point, obviously. Maybe Republic Commando. Have I completely done Ilum? It's 100%, right? Yeah. Have you found the secret in Ilum that seems to hint at a young Anakin being there? I mean, I've found everything on Ilum. So if there's something to hint at a young Anakin, then probably. But I probably didn't notice it. It might be in the databanks, Jedi Studies. The Gathering Empire. A crystal discovered by a youngling but mysteriously left behind, huh? Curious. This one gave into her anger. Was missing in the caves. Dealing with fear and frustration. Miriam, I have to go, but congrats on finishing the game. Thank you, Miriam. I hope you have a great evening. And a great weekend as well. Have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing you there, Miriam, as always. There's a Force echo of a kid saying something is really easy for him and the Master is confused. Then yes, I found everything. Every little thing has been found. Truthfully, Zepho is really the only planet that I haven't fully explored. Like, I've only done like 70% or something on Zepho. The rest of them like 90s. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna assume those imps are back. Are these little shits? Wait, they're not? Okay. But I hope in Fallen Order, there's one thing I definitely hope to see is if they, I think it's a guarantee it's going to be a sequel, right? People are loving this game. Hopefully it sells well and people prove that they're enjoying it. I'm hoping that they'll be a bit more adventurous with the planets. A little bit more adventurous. I think Kashyyyk was playing it safe. I think Bogano, Zepho, all pretty basic planets, playing it safe. Could have been more adventurous. Hoping to see.
Hey, Marin.
What would the Empire ever want from this icy wasteland?
Ilum isn't a very welcoming planet, but it's a sacred place for Jedi. We find the crystals that power our lightsabers here.
So they are mining this planet to desecrate Jedi culture?
It's hard to tell what the real goal is, but those crystals are powerful.
What was I saying before I started speaking to Marin? Why are you so cute? Let's go to Zepho. I'd like to see some unique planets. Bogano's 77%. Dathomir is 97, Kashyyyk 92. I mean, there's a lot to do on Zepho, right? Zepho is fucking huge. Look at the size of this place. It's massive. Jesus. I mean, could do Kashyyyk. Let's go to Kashyyyk. I don't know, I like to see Korra, but I really would like to see Korra.
Padawan, I thought Cordova and I had explored the whole galaxy.
Maybe even Titan, something more.
We barely even scratched the surface.
Classic.
How much of the galaxy have you seen?
Before joining you, only Dathomir. I was raised to reject the rest of the galaxy. Outsiders were dangerous.
I wish I could say your sisters were wrong. I understand they wanted to protect them.
Felucia, for example.
But I do not.
I think Felucia would have been a more interesting
understand
planet to
this
see than
galaxy.
Kashyyyk.
And those who fight for it.
Then you're on the right ship. I envy the
Umbara.
experiences
Like,
you
they
have
teased
ahead.
Umbara and
Beautiful
Maigito.
natural architecture.
I would have loved to have
Colors you've
seen
never
Umbara.
before.
That would have been an
Food,
awesome
art,
planet
music.
to navigate.
In the middle of war, it's hard to remember those
And it
things
would have been
actually
incredible
exist.
for the lighting system as well.
But
Like, I
they do.
really hope they did more with the illuminating dark areas with
Time
your
to land.
lightsaber.
Get up here.
They could have done a lot of that on Umbara. So... Ken Mullins, I must go. I hope you have a great night, Ken. Take care, you too. I mean, Maigito and Umbara were... In the pre-order bonuses, you got the lightsaber hills. And it was like the Umbara campaign and the Maigito campaign lightsaber hilts. And people were assuming
That was good, Breeze. Very good.
Cal, did you hear that?
I think
Seer here is finally
people
coming
were
around to
thinking
my
that it
cooking.
was going to be in
That
the
makes
game.
one person.
What can I say? Food always brings people together. Reminds me of my home, my family.
Your great-grandmother?
Yeah, I lost her a long time ago.
I'm sorry, Grease.
Yeah, she was the best. Besides her, I never really had much of a family.
Until now.
Thanks, kid.
There's another chest here.
What's on your mind, Marin?
This place feels like a battlefield.
We fought hard, but in the end, the Empire drove away our allies.
Hey, it wasn't all that bad, right, Cal? Didn't you get to hitch a sweet ride with one of the locals?
You hitched a ride?
Well,
Cal befriended the shield bird. He seems to have a knack for making unusual allies.
I cannot imagine a Dathamiran beast befriending someone.
maybe when this is all over, I can show you the origin tree and some of its friendlier residents.
I would like that.
Ooh. Okay, let's find this other chest. Yeah. 9. I'm gonna search through down here, right? Search that. But Umbara would have been a great planet, though. Even if it was teased or not, it would have been a good planet.
Get in there, buddy. What's that, BD?
A new poncho material. Why did that door open? I'm so far away. So I don't know whether to continue streaming tonight, the exploration. I don't know if that's just something I should do in my spare time.
Just what we needed.
"87% explored." There's more exploration in this area. Okay. Alrighty then. I think that will be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There's not much more I can do with this game apart from exploring, and it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. So I think if I'm going to explore this game, I'll probably just play it in my spare time. I love how you get to chop up those bugs, but not people. I know, right? I know. I'm hoping streaming will resume next Tuesday back into the normal schedule of things, but I do not know. We'll see what happens with that. But yes, I hope you all enjoyed this this Fallen Order playthrough. If there's any games you want to see me play, please don't forget to suggest them in the comments on the stream afterwards. I hope you all have a great night. I really appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button. Come on, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to join the Discord. But until the next video or the next stream, guys, thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you. See you later, guys.